Hey everybody, what's up? So we got a new era starting in Global Opera Omnia, the Shinryu era, new difficulty, new weapon tier, which is the Force weapons, FRs, Kain's B tier release, all that good stuff. I haven't seen that many in-game notices since I first started the game 4 years ago, but here we are, exciting stuff. Took me a couple of tries to figure out, what the Force gauge does and all that stuff, the new mechanics. I beat it 2 times already, but before we start, I just want to say for the calls. Have some HP region call, and more importantly, have some HP damage mitigation call that has a debuff that mitigates HP damage because their HP attacks go through the HP damage mitigation buffs for at least for their force actions, if I'm not mistaken. Not just the regular attacks, just for the force gauge attacks. So I also want to say that when I first did this fight, my Kain only had 20 out of 30 force enhancement points, and then after the daily resets, we got the stream rewards, and uh, I was able to max him. And holy shit, does those 10 levels make a huge difference? Because as you can see, the force gauge is now 3% for both my side and the enemy side. But when I first did this, because my Kain wasn't maxed out from the force enhancements, I was doing the enemy gauge was going about 1.5% higher than my gauge. So yeah, those 10 levels make a huge difference. But once they hit the first threshold, they're gonna bypass me. But at least I kind of evened the field. So I can only assume once you have a full party with force enhancements, it's gonna make the fights much easier. And Galuf is gonna do insane damage once Kain pops his FR. And also the off-turn damage from Garnet as well. So every threshold, they have something that happens. You can actually see it if you press. So the 40%, the first threshold is HP poison 1, then HP poison 2, then HP poison 3. Then the 100% is like the group attack, which you need the one I mentioned, the LD debuff calls and stuff. Actually, the first time I beat this, I messed up, and I pressed summon instead of BT, and I ended up finishing the fight with 50 HP over the requirement, which sucks. We're gonna hit 40% soon. You can see that I'm ahead of them in points and in percentage, but they're gonna catch up once they hit their first threshold. Now I understand why people in JP were saying they get units to quickly get the force gauge up. I didn't want him to jump forward, damn. Because his boss is going to be useless. I'm going to do a full launch. So now that's the HP poison. The first one is not so bad. But you got to be careful because when they do their HP attacks and you're less than 50% HP, then they paralyze you, and then there's an attack that's a guaranteed KO, like it removes your buffs as well, so we gotta be careful about that. So once they hit like 80% is when I will use my Raijin call. And okay, I'll use King Sick now. So I can get the HP region up on my guys. And then once I use my force gauge, it actually pauses the enemy's force gauge. I'm surprised I'm ahead of them in percentage. Man, his rework is so good. That's like 1 mil. Holy crap. Okay, now they're ahead of me. Yeah, now they're gonna fuck me up. I think I should use the call now. Because they're gonna get 100% pretty quickly. Now they're gonna do their attack after Garnet. Okay, no, there it is. Thank you, Raijin. And they're actually gonna go. Okay, that's good. Gonna get their force gauge down pretty quickly. This is gonna go down. Why did you get hit? You should have baited that. Okay, he didn't bait the first one, but he baited the second one. I'll take that. You know what? No. I am gonna BT and get rid of their force gauge. Make them have a turn. And then my force is going to be ready. Yep. Excellent. Kain's BT effect is actually pretty strong because he's up in the air most of the time, so his BT effects last a long time with that 30% HP damage limit up. It's really good. Okay, now the force gauge is gone. Now it's my time. No more HP poison. Now I'm just gonna rush them down. Now the insane damage is coming up. And you gotta do certain attacks to get the percentage up, which in Kain I think is like initiating a launch and doing range attacks. I'm looking at like 1.3 mil from the counters. Holy shit. I should have used Ch8's call, the second one. Because I thought I was gonna BT with Kain now, but nah, I won't. Now the damage is gonna be insane. Insane damage coming up. I actually didn't do this setup in my original run, so I should be doing way more damage and probably shooting like earlier than in my original run. God. And then I'm gonna finish the FR phase with a summon, because the summon damage actually gets boosted from the FR boost. I can get like 220% or something. That's gonna be amazing. I think it's doable. By the way, the force gauge also goes down in BT phase. So I rather use it now and get so much damage from my my counters, and then go into BT phase after the summon. I'll probably even be dead by then. This is much easier than my original run, to be honest. That's almost 2 mil counter. Holy. Damn, 2 mil again. Okay, and now Kain comes down with another boost. And now, summon. It's gonna do some decent damage. Plus, I have a launch. Yeah, this is, and oh my god, this is gonna be insane damage. Actually, I didn't see the damage. I moved my eyes to the screen for a second. I'm sure it was a nice number. And also the force gauge, the enemy force gauge stops in a summon phase and BT phase. This is insane. He jumped. I didn't want that to happen. You know what? I'll just BT with him. I mean, I'll just use AA and then BT. Or call. I'll use a call first. Yep, I'm gonna finish this with a higher score. This is a much better run than my original run. Well, I mean, I have experience now, so that makes obviously a big difference. Dead. You don't get the force gauge, just an attack in the beat. But I'll take it. It also refreshes my skill 1 and skill 2, which I found interesting. Getting plugged up. Holy shit. And he is dead. And I have full HP. That's amazing. And that's the fight. By the way, on my first try, I did the BT phase into force gauge, and I was doing like 24 mil damage with Kain, so it's a huge difference. But yeah, that's the fight. Better score as expected. Perfect mission requirements. And that's the fight, guys, and I'll see you in the next fight. Take care.